Good afternoon. Today I've got one myth about taxes that I want you to avoid this tax season. And that myth is the idea that you need to minimize your tax bill. Now, let me explain this in a little bit of greater detail. Your goal primarily during tax season is to maximize your after tax income or returns. That could involve minimizing your tax bill. However, it doesn't necessarily. And you shouldn't be aiming at minimizing your tax bill at the expense of increasing your returns after taxes. I'm going to use a very simple example here. I don't mean to pick on real estate, but I'm going to use that as an example here. Many years ago, when I lived in California, this is around 2005, 2006, a lot of people that I knew were urging me to buy a home. And at the time, I was uncomfortable with it because I was still, a lot younger than I am now. And I wasn't really sure. I didn't really understand the real estate market that well, and prices seemed to be expensive. So remember something, that the thing that you want to keep in mind whenever you're doing an investment, you always want it to be a good idea. You don't want to do something for a tax write-off. Yet the encouragement that I was getting, right? The people were pushing me to buy a house. They were saying, you're going to get a great tax write-off. You'll be able to write off your interest. And while that is true, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good strategy. You want to make sure that your strategy, your investing strategy, is a good one by itself, independent of taxes. So you want to buy a house because it's a good place for you to live, if that's what you're buying it for, or because it's a good investment property, independent of whether or not you get the tax write-off, right? You're buying it because it's a good idea in and of itself, and you get the tax write-off, not because you get it. I want you to keep that in mind with all of the investments that you make. You don't want to invest or plan your financial strategy based on just minimizing your taxes. You want to base it on maximizing your after tax returns because that's really what's going to get you to your financial goals the fastest. Please post a question or a comment. Send me a private message if you want to talk about it privately. I always enjoy reading your comments. And until next time, I wish you unlimited success.